Get you back here. So anyway, but yeah, that's keeping up with the Bidens, y'all, and we'll see how this. I know this year ain't gonna end right, but
garbage and sanitation worker. No, they want to live in big houses that they see on videos.
You know, my thing is, I thought it was funny because it was the caller that did it, but at the end of the day, it's when you're a public figure,
that the whole thing makes me sick to my stomach.
You know what I'm saying? 99.9% of the time, I love living in this, country that we're free and we have this freedom of speech. But every now and then,
when she did, listen, the Trump, brother, if she could turn back the hands of time, Doc, ain't no Dave Chappelle. I'll tell you that.
And so you need to be put out and put on notice. The hell no.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, y'all. Happy Monday.
Thank you, Yvette. Hey, y'all. Man, it's been more than 7 days. I'm excited, man. I haven't seen you guys in a very long time. I hope you guys had a very good holiday. Biden went down on his gas prices for y'all so y'all could travel, and then he gonna hike it back up when the winter hits. So I hope y'all ready. Y'all ready? I hope so. Listen, I'm not gonna waste time. I know the Emmys is on and football's on, but y'all know we still the best morning show you can watch at night. Man, would you bring the family on so we can get started? I ain't seen them, y'all. Listen, look at them, gentlemen, madam. Good to see y'all. Y'all doing all right today? Yeah. We all over here with the color coordinated, blue right there, white down there. It's just all coordinating, Good to see y'all, man. Listen, the people have been asking to hear from us, and I'm excited to have us back. And we're just gonna go ahead and get started. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'll introduce the some and present the others. There's Lee Black, that's Kenny, and that's Madam Devin. And then the lady that's handling the power on the hour, that's Miss Brittany. And thank you, man. We'll keep up with January 6th. Y'all, we finally getting somewhere now. So y'all know we doing the Guinness Book of World Records here for who got the most years. The brother had it for a minute, but man, they done moved up. They done moved up a notch now. They done gave one of the white sides almost a decade. And the interesting thing, this guy here is a police officer. I mean, the ridiculousness behind it. At the end of the day, it's just like, man, you deserve what you get, brother. So here it is. Man, they gave him 10 years because he actually was one of the ones that attacked one of the officers with the fire extinguisher, I believe. And so, I mean, again, I'm not going to praise the DOJ for doing what they're supposed to do, but it's good to see that they're doing what they're supposed to do. So anybody got something on that before we move on? I just want to make sure we just acknowledge the fact that, listen, like I said, this ain't no black show. We're just a black perspective. So if they doing right, they doing right. But when they don't, we're going to call it out. So
all right. I don't have much to say. I mean, let's see what else going to happen as we move forward with this. I think the one thing I don't want us to forget that it's some law enforcement officers lost their lives. This wasn't just some party and they just out there riding. There was some people that lost their lives. So I think we got to make sure we remember that when we talk about this insurrection stuff.
Right. And these boys out here hollering for money, somebody need to help them, blah, 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 this, that, and the third. No, it don't work like that. If you do the crime,
you do the
time. Then doggone, you got to do the time. And so, I mean, listen, I think my grandmama can walk up and down the stairs a little faster than the DOJ kind of moving with these things. And what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Black Hollywood. Why you ain't real estate today?
What's up, BHP? What up?
That's when your people come in here when you act like when you come in with the real estate. Now go get that other page. Now I want to see that one. Go get that other one. God, this teasing. All right, so there it is. We're gonna keep up with them, and if they take all year, they take all year. But we're gonna keep reporting about it. So, needless to say, iPhone update. Now listen, all us got iPhones.
No,
I know sister got one.
I do. I have one.
You know what? If I had to guess, I would have got it right because I would have said everybody but you.
Right.
I would have. Listen, it's just something. Listen, you could tell, man. I think the swagger is a little bit different. I don't know 100%, but I think the swagger is just a tad bit different. Oh man, my fantasy points just went up. Thank you.
I look at you. Here we go.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Real Estate Insider. So listen, ladies and gentlemen, I for those that get the iPhone update, I'm it's annoying to me. I don't know if it's annoying to y'all, but it really is annoying to me. But this time around, y'all, iPhone probably got it right. They actually did something that made sense this time. So I don't know if y'all did the new update. I know it's a 5.7, then there's a 6. I mean a 15.7, then there's a 16.
Yeah,
that's a lot of updates. Yeah. So apparently with these updates, y'all, now they put on here where you can delete and remove your text messages.
Yeah, right.
After you send them.
Send it, you can,
after you send them. Right. What's going on, Levi T? I don't mess with the I bet you don't. I don't even think you probably still got a rotary phone. So apparently you can edit your text messages between people. I wanted this just for the iMessage. So I don't know if I send one to Lee, will it edit itself too? So
I don't.
And you can retract the text messages. Now I don't know how well that's going to work for everybody, but I said, wow, that's really interesting to now all of a sudden do that. But the problem is the people who want to retract their text messages are normally drunk, and so they don't have.
You got that right. You got that right. I can definitely testify to that one.
Listen, the ones that don't need to send the right ones, they
right.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure you can't wait 24 hours. I think it's like you probably got about a minute to choose to. Again, as the old football coach Herman Moore, he said, "Listen,
don't hit send."
Don't hit send. That's it, man. I love this idea. Yeah, it's nice. So it's on the 16 update. So if you got an iPhone and you want to do the update for 16, now you can start taking back and editing your text messages. I don't know.
The thing, Brent, is only for iPhone 8 and up. Anything is so if you got the 7 on down, that update ain't for those iPhones.
All right, I got 10. I think I'm all right.
I got 7, so I got caught on that cutoff. So
hey, Miss Bama, good to
what's
see
up,
you.
Miss Bama? What's up, Bama girl?
Yeah, now we waiting on what's going on.
What's up, Albert
Taylor? Hey man, good to see you, brother. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, so listen, spread the word. iPhone got it right this time. I think it's gonna jack up some people in court because they're gonna edit those text messages. But I'm pretty sure it's gonna put some type of identifier on that thing to let you know that it just ain't it ain't that simple. So all right. Well, Black, everybody but you, I guess.
Hold on, before you move on, I need to make an announcement. I'm gonna need my ladies to be quick on the screenshot. Be quick on the screenshot.
There you go. There you go being messy. Why you got
his wife? Because he gonna lie and say he didn't do it.
There she go.
Be quick on the screenshot.
That's funny. Well, you know what? I can't front. Now listen, y'all just as bad, so let's not even go there. Y'all just as bad.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So right. Yeah. So everybody don't say. What's up, DJ? Good to see you.
What
man.
Up, DJ? What up?
Yeah. So let's y'all like here. Y'all like equality. Y'all want full equity. Both of you do the screenshot. Everybody cuts up now. So all right. Well, there we have it, man. What we got next? Well, I'm moving good, right? I'm moving so far along. Yeah, just homes, sweet homes. Now listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something. And y'all, well, I ain't gonna get in my Bible, but there's something about this moment that's really eerie to me. But I just want to. I think didn't we report about what Bank of America was doing?
Yeah,
about helping people with the homes.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Well, here's the problem, y'all. Again, Grandmama and them said something. If it's too good to be true, then what? And see, Real Estate Insider, he should know this. There's some trash here, which say they need to get rid of that
screenshot.
All right, so listen, Bank of America is supposedly offering homes with 0 down to help first-time home buyers get into homes. What's going on, Black Money? They don't
What
care
up,
about
Black
us.
Money?
Now,
What
listen,
up
you
with
just
it?
said something there, and I'm finna prove it too, because they done put the what the problem is. We reading now. We ain't just letting y'all tell us nothing no more. We reading now. So apparently, what Bank of America did, which it sounds good on surface, but here's the problem. I mean, they got more red tape than the police do at a murder scene, right? So number one, you must be considered a first-time home buyer. I don't got no problem with that. Anybody got a problem with that? Nope. All right. Number two, eligibility, excuse me, is based on income and area. This means there are income limits. This means you must also purchase a home in a specific area within the city. Not all areas qualify. Okay, then my radar start going up when y'all start putting all these stipulations. That's not that bad, but let's keep going. It says you can only purchase a home in primarily Black or Hispanic neighborhoods. There they go. There y'all are. Right? It says, however, you do not have to be Black or Hispanic to qualify. There they go. There's more. You must complete a home buyer's certification course provided by Bank of America and HUD, approved housing counseling partners. Okay. There is not a minimum credit score listed. However, there is a requirement regarding your credit profile. So here it is. I'm going to speak on it. This means they are looking at your credit history. What'd you say? Blackman said, yeah, sounds like welfare and set up for foreclosures. Exactly. I'm gonna read one more, maybe two, because this thing got out of hand. It says you must have at least 2 credit scores. You must have a minimum of a 12-month credit history on at least 3 trade lines. You cannot have any unpaid judgments, tax liens, or okay, that's enough. Listen, I got about 8 more different things that they're trying to do. Listen, they want to look good, but listen, if the devil's is in the details, I mean, we got the devil family reunion. You got his grandmama, his auntie, his 2 nephews, the dog. Everybody's in the details right now. I mean, sister, I know you ain't got to worry about nothing about like this, but don't this smell a little funny?
It sounds like they don't really want to give the loan to the people that don't make a lot of money, and they want to keep the middle class Black folks in the Black neighborhoods, is what it sounds like to me, the ones who can't afford housing, because you can get a home loan with not the best credit if you're a first-time home buyer in any neighborhood. But the fact that they're stressing in Black and Latino neighborhoods, it sounds like they tired of all these Black folks moving in these decent neighborhoods, and so they're trying to keep you in the Black neighborhoods. That's the first thing I heard when they said it's predominantly Black and Hispanic neighborhoods, but you can't have bad credit. So that, to me, they're specifying more of the middle class Black and Latino folks, but the stipulation is you got to stay with the Black and Latino folks and stay out of the other neighborhoods, because they tired of running. They running out of areas. You know, that's why they've been going to the moon. They running out of places to go. So they trying to figure out a way to keep you on the other side of town.
Well, and they building up these houses left and right. And I want to listen. I know I have a very educated audience, but I want to use the word. I want to use it clear. Regentrification.
Right.
Okay. I just want y'all to know. That's what it's all about. Regentrification. They get tired of moving further and further out, and then we keep falling further and further behind them. And then here we go. Now that we done caught up, now they got an issue again. Well, okay. Kenny, I mean, what you smelling here, Doc?
Dead cat on the line, as the old school folks used to say back in the day. Let me ask you now, who is it? What's the name of this program? Is this some new special program that Bank of America doing, or what?
Yeah, this is a Bank of America. They listen, man. They were patting themselves on the back really good about making sure that we offered first-time home buyers an opportunity. And guess what? We're gonna give you with 0 down. This reminds me of a movie, a TV series I watched on Prime Video, which is amazing. Show. It's called Them. And the premise of them was this show was they were selling homes to black people in Crenshaw, but they were putting in the details things that cannot sell homes to black people, and then the woman would be like, "Oh no, don't worry about it. We taking that out of there." She said the goal, is always moving it, right? So it just reminds me, so that they were raising the interest rates on these people so that they couldn't afford it, and then they would then foreclose on the home. They would try double dipping.
Right.
Looks the same to me.
Yeah.
So it's just Bank of America trying to be funny. That they were saying that you better be careful, because even though you get the home, if you miss a payment, here it is. You cannot have any past due housing payments. They can request the verification of rent from your landlord. I mean, they
wow. Well, yeah, this is my only thing I'm gonna add. Remember, this is the same bank that was one of the banks that was charging the overdraft charges and was killing the minority people. I mean, just was killing them and stealing from them blind. So if any of my brothers or sisters, don't y'all do this Bank of America thing? Don't do it.
It's a joke. Save your money. Black, I'm gonna throw you the alley-oop. Don't give it to them.
Well, Kenny, you hit the nail on the head. It's no accident that Bank of America is doing this. Bank of America and Wells Fargo are two of the banks that's notorious for fleecing, minorities, in particular the African American community. And I used to be a loan mortgage officer, and I also sold real estate, and I was on the forefront of the subprime lending thing that led to the housing crisis at that time.
Mm-hmm.
This is way more insidious than welfare and foreclosures, guys. Open your eyes. This is legalized redlining and gentrification, as you said it, Brother Brenton. Redlining is when you can clearly identify a segment, a market of people, and create reasons why you won't sell to them.
Yep.
And this is a slippery slope that they are setting all of these criteria in place, which clearly is going to impact people of color and minorities the most, so this is opening the door in a legalized way.
Yep.
People, foreigners, to come in and buy up properties cheap in African American communities to move us out. This is way more insidious than welfare and foreclosures. This is about taking something away from us. Go look at Harlem in 2022 and compare what it looked like 30 years ago.
Yep.
Yeah. Here in Atlanta, they're in uproar because the most affluent area of Buckhead, Atlanta, is under siege because it's too many of us living. I live in Buckhead, and they want my fat black ass out.
Yeah.
This is redlining and gentrification.
Right.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yep. So all I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen, it's too good to be true, and the people that it's actually geared towards don't need this anyway. Like my boy was pointing out, FHA loans. There's other loans out there. You know what I'm saying? To that is all it is just normal benefits. See, they're trying to hustle you because of the fact that you're trying to play catch up. Listen, stop taking the shortcuts. Stop trying to find the easy way out, because listen, take it from me, a brother who had to buy 4 different PlayStation 2s when they came out because I kept buying them from the homeboys. And then I didn't have no, and then when they stopped working on me 3 weeks later, I couldn't take it back to no store because I didn't buy from a store. So I had to go buy another from the homeboy. I spent so much money. I spent more than what I really should have spent buying one legit.
Right.
So, just be careful out there. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Just if you haven't made it there, just take your time. Do the right things right. What'd you say, bro? Everybody show a little. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Hit that thumbs up button for sure.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get to at least 1% of what this boy is doing right here.
For real. I know that's right. For real.
All right. So listen, y'all. I ain't saying keep staying with your mama, but definitely don't get caught up in that foolishness, because that ain't what's it. So, all right, what we got next, ma'am? She done moved him. Kenny, sports talk. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna introduce y'all to Brother Kenny, the sportsman. He got so many channels now. I don't even know which one.
Stop it, bro. Stop
I'll just Here it is, y'all. Let us have it, Kenny. Take it to us, baby.
Oh, I got it. Hey, thanks for the live. Thanks for the handoff. I was looking at that lady down there at the bottom. She was kind of turning her head.
Yeah.
Trying to hide. I already knew you can't go nowhere. Just like roaches, when the lights come on out here. Yeah, you come on out here. Don't you go nowhere. But we're gonna talk some sports. But we got to talk about this overreaction Monday. Obviously, everybody know NFL kicked off yesterday. We had some good performances, some bad performances. Everybody think their team is going to the Super Bowl. Those think the season is over. Let me just tell y'all, calm down, chill out. They still got 16 more of them games to go. It was just only one game. But I will say the Cowboys are in panic mode.
Yeah.
Because guess what? They lost their quarterback for at least 6 to 8 weeks with a broken thumb on his throwing hand. So the Cowboys are in trouble. I ain't saying that they should throw the white flag, but they're gonna need some life preservers because I think it's gonna be a rough go of it for the next 6 to 8 weeks.
Before he hurt his finger though, so
and that's true. He didn't play that well even before that happened. So anyway, I know everybody get my man Brenton looking at his fantasy, talking about his fantasy scores. I get it. I know everybody's watching Denver and Seattle, but we're gonna still keep you all entertained. But we're gonna talk a little basketball. We're talking Mavs, Luka Doncic. I ran across this interesting story on fadeawayworld.net. Well, Luka Doncic, if y'all know, he came into the league drafted by the Mavericks in 2019, I believe. At that time, he was only 19. Well, he registered his Luka Doncic 7. He trademarked it. He registered. He gave his mother the power to be over that. So she's over the power of his brand. 3 years later, we all know Luka Doncic is to the bowl, y'all. To the man, DFW News Live. Stop it.
Hilarious.
Stop it.
Yeah. And we don't know. And we don't know who the quarterback is either.
Yeah.
So don't worry about that.
So long story short, 3 years later, obviously Luka Doncic's brand is, he's one of the top players in the league. He took the Mavericks to the Western Conference Finals. He wants his brand back. But guess what? Mama's name is Marjan Porterbean. She ain't feeling it. She ain't trying to give his brand back.
So bread and butter, man.
Yeah. So my question to the family, I'm gonna start off with you, Devin. Should when you become an athlete or whatever, you become successful, should you hand over your brand to a family member? Is that a good idea to do? What's your thoughts on that?
Now, in my experience, family will do you dirty than your enemies and the people you don't know. I mean, it's at some point they always turn on you. Not all of them, but some of them do because they feel like they're not getting enough. They in your pocketbook, and that's probably part of her problem. She's, probably feeling like you got all this money and this is all I have, so you're not gonna get it back because you're not trying to take care of me the way I feel like you should be taking care of me and with the money that you've been afforded. That's sometimes how family is. They stay in your pocket. I ain't even got money like that. My family stay in my pocket and try to tell me what I can and not do for them. Like I ain't got no bills, and you know what I'm saying. So
right,
that's just family. You gotta kind of look out for them. They tend to go left on you sometimes, but you wouldn't think it'd be your own mama. But
that was I was gonna ask you. Would it hit? Does it hit a little different if it's your mother or your father? Would you say?
Well, I expect that from my daddy, God rest his soul. But my mama, it might sting a little bit,
Okay. What you think, Black? What you think about this situation? Luka may have to sue his mother.
I'm on the mama side. In
Uh-oh.
this instance, to be honest with you. First of all, I'm happy that this is the kind of thing is not only happening to the bros. It's nice to see that this is universal. But I don't know the full disclosure. I don't know the whole story. But I will say this. When I think about a basketball star, football star, the big four sports, I think about the sacrifices, though, that parents have to make to get their kids to that level. Now, granted, he's a foreign player, so their system might be different. He's been playing ball a long time. But you mentioned his age at the beginning, brother. Mm-hmm. And he came into the league at 19. He's still young. To me, I'm thinking of the sacrifices she probably had to make for him to play at that level. His hands probably soft as baby doodle because he ain't done no real job. And so now all of a sudden, after 3 years in the league, he's hit international stardom, and he was okay when she was running it when people didn't know his name. And now that we know who you are, to want to retroactively go back and say, now I want my brand back, I'm on mama's side. You're not hurting for money. Not only are you living out the lap of luxury on your first contract, if things hold true like we expect they will, he's subject to be the face of the league for the next 15 years. So you're going to begrudge mama who gave you life and made those sacrifices? Go sit down, boy. I don't have a problem with it. Mama, handle your business.
Brother Brenton, what you think? What's your thoughts on this situation?
Well, I'll try to intertwine minds with Lee and Devin. I'll say this, it is true. You shouldn't really mix business with family. Only if they qualify. I will say this, probably the best thing he probably should have did was waited till Chunky Soup called the mama and the they be having, hey, Miss Tori, good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Yeah,
like
right.
Like Donovan McNabb and his mama did the commercial.
Yeah. But I will say this. I listen. I'd have to take a page from my boy Ray Charles. Y'all remember Ray had a homeboy that was running his music. You know what I'm saying? But he could only go so far. And then he heard that other cat doing something that he's like, who? And then he's like, I want him. Right. So Luka, in my opinion, again, we all sitting here outside looking in. Maybe Luka was like, mama, you've gone so far. I need to take it to the next level. And so, as a good businessman, but then Luka, you got to go and slide your mama, 9 figures so she can move out gracefully, send her somewhere and with some nice man of her choosing and, let him do whatever he like to do to her to get her mind off of your money. I'm just saying, there's a way, Luka. You got to handle business, son. And so you don't just throw your mama out there because she can spank you still. So, just mama, meet Von Schnitzel, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And take them on. So, you got to take it to the next level. And sometimes they pride get in the way. And so, mama, just Luka gonna pay you. It's all right. He's not gonna leave you hanging. So
it's sad, man, because this happens more than we think with athletes. I mean, sure. I remember the Kobe Bryant, peace be upon him, the situation when his parents, his mother, they was selling his high school memorabilia, and they fell out. And they actually had fell out for a minute. They still wasn't on great terms at the time of his demise.
Correct.
So we've seen this, and Charles just mentioned the left tackle for the Dallas Cowboys, Tyron Smith. He had to get a restraining order on his family because they keep trying to want to get in his pockets. So I definitely agree with Black. I do think your mama and daddy sacrifice. I get that, but then there has to be a fine line where you got to, as a parent, you got to be like, okay, I know he's a man now. Let me get back. It's his brand. I'm not going to practice with him no more. I'm not playing those 82 games no more. I took him to the practices to get him there, but now it's all him. So my thing is, Luka, if you're listening to this, if you understand English, man, y'all try to work this out without going through the courts. See if y'all can make this work without doing that way. Because I sure hate to see a mother and a son relationship strained over the almighty dollar. But, it happens to the best of us. So anyway, that's been my sports break. Back to you, Brenton.
Thank you, sir, man. I appreciate it. Real estate said cool million should do. Man, listen, as an old movie used to say, ooh, scandalous. So speaking of family, man, what we got next? All right, y'all. All right. We the family is here. I know it's been a minute since this done came out, but we definitely need to speak on this. Y'all remember the Tiffany Haddish and the Aries Spears? I can't think his name.
Aries Spears, yeah.
Aries Spears situation. I couldn't let this one go without us talking about this. I don't know how many of y'all saw the video out there. Y'all watching us. Did y'all see it? Black, you saw it?
Yeah,
you see it, Devin?
I just watched a lot of reviews. I wouldn't watch it.
Yeah. Yeah. So any of my people out there that's watching, y'all seen it? I believe the family got to speak on it because again, it's us. And again, I would rather us speak on it than somebody else trying to figure out, because we know what this was. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm a jokester. If y'all don't know, I I write my jokes down. I'm lying. I ain't writing no jokes down.
Yeah.
But no, so I'm a jokester natural, and I understand when you get that, it's almost like a energy. When you get people that are paying attention to you, if you told one joke and it got the people excited, well, you get this energy about yourself, and then you want to tell another one. But the problem with a good comedian or a good person that's funny, you know when to cut it off. See, I had to learn that from a young age. Yeah, right, Bama. So I learned from a young age. I used to let the energy take control of me, right? And then I would go too far. You know what I'm saying? Just to get a laugh. These went too far to try to get a laugh, and it wasn't even funny, right? And the problem is, I do understand comedians do get a pass, just like cameramen. I was told by old man one time, if you want to get into spaces that you normally don't get into, use a camera. They'll let you, just something, just this rite of passage. What you say, ma'am? The video was so hard to watch. It was disturbing. Yeah, we're finna talk about it. So another one is comedians. They get a pass to talk about really tough subjects. But the problem is you better be good. You know what I'm saying? And they weren't good. Number one, I want to say this, and I'm going to open it up to you guys. Number one, you should have just let us use our imagination, dummy. We didn't need all these visual props, fool. Like that was disgusting. Like, I don't want to see a little boy's draws. And then you got the nerve to play R. Kelly. Sorry, Black, but I just got to call it what it is. I mean, the man is a known suspect of these fooleries. I mean, to be on top of stupid, you just to make matters worse, you just start. We didn't have an opportunity to use our own imagination. You try to give it all to us, and it becomes cringeful. Because why? Because the people that are watching it now, they're not hearing your story and being like, yeah, I can relate. No, you're actually showing some of the people what they actually had to go through as a kid.
Right.
Listen, you jacked up the joke, and now it's going to cost you. Right? What'd you say? First rule, it has to be funny. Exactly. And you can't be the only one laughing, dumb. Go ahead, ma'am. What's your thoughts?
I don't know. I watched a lot of like reviews on it and let people kind of describe what happened to me and I don't know if their description was exaggerated, but when it comes to anything with children, that's not something I have any desire to see. It seemed like it was just all done, as the commenter said, in poor taste. You know what I'm saying? But I just find it, I think it was kind of unacceptable. And I'm shocked that a woman would kind of be involved with this, because we're usually the most protective and the first ones to kind of stop something from going too far, especially when it involves, children. So I don't know how to justify that. But one of my primary questions was, where was the parent? Like, I don't know. I've always been very protective of my children, even, as an adult. So same thing that happened with that old R. Kelly with his pedophile. Like, where were the parents of these children to say, hey, that ain't looking right. Hey, this might be going a little too far, but don't play with me. Like, where was Black Mama? And I'm not saying Black Daddy can't be involved, but let's just be honest. Where were the parents?
So to your point, and that's a great. This is why I love talking to y'all, because that's the truth. But you got to even think about R. Kelly. These people were prominent in their area, or the people that. So even the parents for R, right? It's like they want to be in that space, and however you can be utilized, right? Some people, like, if you're in a clique and you know you the lowest person on the totem pole, well, in some cliques, as raggedy as they are, you may be the butt of every joke, and you would take it just because you want to be around them. See, these people were being around this entertainment, these people that were up and coming because they wanted to be a part of something. Well, to what extent, dummy? You know what I'm saying? You got, listen, you done scarred these kids. Anyway, go ahead, Black.
Whew. So there's so much going on here with this story for me, and I love you for doing this because, you know, we definitely need to speak on it.
He did, didn't he?
Huh?
I was reading my man's comment. He said, now they digging up, but see, that don't matter no more. They should have dug that up 20 years ago. The end people would. That's cool now. Maybe now y'all can give him a new audience.
Well, so let's start there for a second. Let's realize this happened a long time ago.
Yeah, it's like 2014, I think. Yeah.
So even when you mentioned the idea that they used R. Kelly wasn't the pariah then that he is now.
Right.
So let's start there right there, because R. Kelly's name has now become synonymous with anything lecherous and this and that, but he wasn't that then, and he'll never be that for me because I'm able to separate the man from his art. Now, it's no coincidence that this is coming now, because here we are, that Tiffany Haddish, don't nobody give a damn about Ari Spears. This is about the fact that she has hit a level of success that now is worth it to bring it up. This is selective judgment at its highest.
It is trash. Right.
So now that she's famous and she's hit that stage, it's no coincidence that they purposely waited till she's knocking at the door, crossing over in the best possible ways. Now, let me be clear. I'm not a fan of Tiffany Haddish. I don't find her funny at all, but I'm a speak up for her the same way I would anybody else. I think it's in poor taste that this is being brought up now, but I have to be honest here now and be fair. This is also a level of hypocrisy. Amen. Because when Kevin Hart, an incident he was going to host the Emmys, and an incident was brought up that was whatever it was 10 years ago, shot down just like that. You know, Dave Chappelle is continually under fire for a special he did, but it's amazing to me, Devin, you brought out that you're surprised that this is a woman. What I love about this story is it highlights that the same negativity, lecherousness that we think of and always associate with men, women do too. They have just as nasty, filthiest minds as us. And what was done in poor taste, in this case, a woman was associated with it. She's the bigger star, but you don't see that same level of vitriol being attached to this that they went after men with. She's being allowed the benefit of the doubt the same way that Jada Pinkett Smith was given a pass, even though she slept with August Alsina when he was underage. So my problem is get your shit together, excuse me, Kenny, and be fair all across the board with this. And so while I think it's unfair, I do want to see the same level of hypocrisy, vitriol. I want to see our name because you crucified R. Kelly in the media for this. And for the record, I'm not taking up for his behavior. I've said it before. I'll make it plain again. Robert deserves to sit his monkey ass behind jail. R. Kelly should be free. So don't block his music. And so my thing, I can separate the two. And so my thing, I just want to see that same energy. But it's amazing to me that, well, it happened a long time ago. And well, it didn't mean this way. No, it was a joke. No. If it's not funny for Kevin Hart, if it's not funny for Dave Chappelle, if it's not funny for all these male artists that do these things, then it shouldn't be funny for her either.
Man, I love us. I really do. Don't leave that right there, because I'm going to show that before I get to Kenny. I'm going to show y'all something. I'm gonna show y'all two sides of the word advantage. I'm going to show y'all. They want an advantage. If it was having the status at the time, right? She said, I think Lizzo fan.
That's where I'm going.
Okay, good.
Go ahead, Brent.
Yeah. So this is what I'm gonna tell y'all right here. The advantage, to your point, Ms. Williams. Here it is. They wanted an advantage, but they used their children to get into this space. And the word that Black used was hypocrisy. Now that all of a sudden, because you're right, it wasn't advantageous to bring it up, because this is something that happens a dime a day. A dime a day. Matter of fact, somebody's right now touching on somebody's kids. All right, then, hold on. But the problem is that they ain't got no money. Right? It ain't. Right. It's not to their advantage to say something. Why? Because it ain't gonna mean nothing. Oh, we don't want to. I don't want to put my baby daddy in jail. Oh, I don't want to put my uncle in jail. Well, you would if he had tens of millions of dollars. Preach. Because then you could get broke off.
Preach.
Mm-hmm. But that's the problem. That y'all always looking for the advantage. That's what it's all about. It's the come up. And unfortunately, you got trash parents that's willing to use their children. That's where they at, waiting for the come up. Right? Because all of a sudden now, I guess to Kenny's point, wherever this comes from is coming from a trashy place in the first place. And the only person that's taking the brunt of the heat is the kids. Go ahead, Kenny.
Bama Girl brought up where I was gonna start. Lizzo, when Ari Spears went in on Lizzo, that was a wrap. I knew they were starting to dig. They went and found this video, and they was gonna kill this guy's career, which his career was kind of on the fence anyway. So it's definitely I mean, Ari Spears. So that's what they went and found this video from, I think it was 2014. And to answer Devin's point, the mother of the children and Tiffany Haddish are friends. That's the reason why they were able to use those. She's like their godmother, according to the reports that I've read. And according to other reports, allegedly supposedly this was supposed to be a PSA about pedophilia, that type of stuff,
Oh, man.
And why would you think this would be a good idea to use kids in a PSA for? Anyway, it was just done. It was bad. It was done poorly. It was wrong. It was disturbing. As far as Ari Spears, I'm gonna say this. Sometimes when you get a little bit of arrogance, when you got a little vitriol in this game, no matter what, you can become a little bit successful. When you walk with this arrogance and you always going at everybody, karma gonna come back and get you. And this is what's happening to Ari Spears. That was done in poor taste. That PSA, why would you do a pedophilia PSA with kids in it? Number one. Number two, you didn't think this video was gonna come back out, but you always shooting that vitriol at other folks. Guess what? This one bit him in the butt. So, hey, man, I don't feel sorry for the brother. It is what it is. He made his bed. Now he got to lie in it. Now it's just now these kids got to deal. Well, I think they like 18. I think the boy is like 18, 17, something like that. And his sister is like 21, 22. So they got to still deal with this. They living with this. So anyway, man, it is what it is. So
it is. And to your point, here's a visual aid for you, Tiffany and Aries. Now this video is giving you exactly what Vin Raines got in Pulp Fiction, and everybody knows. So I don't need to show it. Everybody already know. You got your gag in your mouth, and the boy with the mask on it, and he giving it to you. All right. So just know that video is your Pulp Fiction. See, I ain't need no visual aid.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see if we can't make this better. Thank you. We'll move on to the next. What we got next, man? Well, see, speaking of fools, listen. Is this Fools Day? It's September Fools Day,
right? It's September Fools Day.
I'm not my sister food, but she better talk about a food. Ma'am, whose business she digging in today?
Well, y'all know I was minding my business, like trying to stay away from the artist formerly known as Kanye. Slavery was a choice West. But it came across my timeline that this idiot is mad at Gap and Adidas for, he says, trying to copy his brand. And he's also upset because they offered him $1 billion to buy him out. And he also takes credit for making Adidas what it is. But I'm old enough to remember Run DMC, and that's why I've always loved Adidas.
Them steel toes, yeah.
And then you got the idiots like your T.I.s and your other multimillionaires
asking
people to boycott Adidas and Gap because they are wronging a black man and blowing that dog whistle that makes people act a fool because he's made it a thing about color. I'm so sick of Kanye West. I'm tired of people using his mental illness as an excuse for his behaviors. But I really, really, really wanted to know, because I don't even like talking about this fool, what y'all thought about Kanye and his antics. Ken, I got to hear from you. Did you hear about Kanye going after?
Man, listen.
Copying his brand.
Listen, my sister. I ain't never really messed with Kanye anyway. I know everybody think he's like this big musical genius, and he's average to me anyway. But I really stopped messing with him when he said slavery was a choice, and he was talking about Harriet Tubman. He didn't know what the hell he was talking about. So the boy needed to pick up a book and read. First of all, number two, I ain't messing really with T.I. and P. Diddy because they supporting this nonsense. Boycott Adidas. They stop it. You know what? I'm done, Devin. I'm done. Let me go. Let me go read up on slavery. How about that?
Black. Gotta hear it. What you think about this fool doing what he does?
So look, Kanye West is the ultimate narcissist. We all know it. But here's the beauty of him. Just like Donald Trump, he's been able to turn that narcissism into fame and riches.
That's it.
That we cannot deny. And so I feel about him the same way I feel about Donald Trump. Look, both of them are billionaires. I'm never going to sit down and have dinner with them. If you paid me, if somebody said, I will pay you to go sit down and have dinner with either one of them two damn fools, I would say no thank you, because I have nothing to discuss with them. I'm fine. Having said that, let me be clear. If I had the money that either one of them had, I probably would be one of the biggest damn fools and narcissists too. Give me $1 billion and I'm going to be just as petty as I can be. Every nasty, filthy, no good bitch that I can think of, I can go after, I'm going to ruin her life. Every dumbass that cuts me off in traffic, I'm going to make sure they lose their vehicle. Money and power go together to corrupt. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I will be just as big of a narcissist and a damn fool too. So
I guess we just have to wait and see, huh?
I don't know. But you boycotting Brenton? You staying out of Gap and Adidas now?
Look at that. No.
No.
Oops. Right. Nope. Oops. I didn't even know that. I didn't even put it on for that purpose, but oops. No. I mean, what would be smart, dummy, is if you would probably get Run DMC the money that they deserve for not getting their just due from Adidas. But no, you so worried about yourself, man. Listen, you don't even need to earn another dime. I mean, your money couldn't even keep your woman. I mean, your money couldn't even, and I'm not being funny when I say this, but
no,
it couldn't
that's
even
the truth.
But what I'm going to say next is a little tough, but you couldn't keep your mama here. So, the whole point is, it's like, you got enough money, bro. Help somebody else. But I get it. I like they just all in line. We just waiting. No, I'm not boycotting Adidas for Kanye West because you know what? Kanye West didn't boycott the company that fired me when out of nowhere. So here it is. Here's a thought. Well, I ain't gonna. Okay, I'm finna start being messy. I'm finna say something. No. Okay, we say I was through when Kanye sitting up in the White House talking. I mean, exactly.
Oh yeah, exactly. I forgot about that.
Again, here's the word, ladies and gentlemen. I feel like Pee Wee's house. Advantage. Kanye is using whatever he can to his advantage, but the problem is, y'all, that this thing is turning itself around like an ugly. Where y'all leave what you call them things in the closet? Never mind. It's inappropriate. Anyway, not the people in the closet.
All right, come on, conductor. Put that train back on the track. You about to get off the track.
Anyway, American people, while most of us are a paycheck away from homelessness and a 2 paychecks away from foreclosure, this billionaire is complaining about being offered just $1 billion. This is the same fool that was charging y'all cover fees to be for a church to get some word of God. And what makes me the most is the dumb people always fall for it. So I'm just gonna need us to do better, and I'm gonna need Kanye to stay off my timeline because he about as dumb as they come. And now I'm gonna go back to minding my own business and staying away from this fool.
Never trust nobody who got a broke jaw and still trying to rap. Okay, I'm just teasing. All right, well, listen.
I agree because he ain't never been my flavor, but that's just me.
I like his music, but I like his music when he first started. Now he ain't hungry no more, so you could just tell he throwing out sloppy seconds. So, but whatever. All right, man. What we got next? Carnage for the Queen. This is a story, ladies and gentlemen. As we all know, the Queen has died. I don't know in our community how much that resonates, even for the millennials. I think Gen X may be more familiar, but other than that, when the internet hit and you got YouTubers, who cares about Queen Elizabeth? So, but there is a moment, and I felt the need to share this moment. My brother Kenny posted a point about some people kind of putting Queen Elizabeth and her family on blast. Kenny, tell them about it. Tell them about it a little bit.
Well, I read across this article where this professor at Carnegie Mellon, her employer, basically, most of the times employers don't put out a statement. A lot of times after someone that is employed by them may make a statement they don't like, but they decided they had to. Well, this professor, her name is Uju Anya. She sent out a tweet after the death of Queen Elizabeth, and the tweet says, "I heard the chief monarch of a thieving, raping, genocidal empire is finally dying. May her pain be excruciating." And that tweet went viral, and it garnered a lot of attention. Even Amazon, Jeff Bezos, he commented and said he didn't believe that professor was making the world be better. And of course, we know Jeff Bezos is of the white persuasion. And this professor is African. Her roots is from Africa. And if you don't know the history between the British monarchy and Africa,
yes, sir,
they thrived. They made that's how they made their fortune off of slavery and the African elements and all that. Even the jewels in the Queen's crown was stolen from Africa. So yeah, so this professor just put it out there. She's saying I'm not going to sit here and feel like and say that I'm much respect, but I'm going to put the truth out. Let y'all know this monarch, they made their money off of the sweat and the death of my people. So I ain't have a problem with her tweet at all.
Yeah, it's something I love about international people. Like they are so unwesternized. Like they just gonna call it like they see it.
Right.
Exactly. We don't do that at all. You said I actually had a chance to meet the Queen over 20 years ago. Oh wow, that's cool. When I was traveling to London. That's what's up, man. That's pretty cool. I'll say this. It's interesting to see, even to what Black was saying a minute ago, just about what he would do if he had money, and just kind of seeing everything kind of bringing this circle to a close. If the family was so intact, the media is really trying to exploit this issue between the sons and the daddy. What's up, dude? Good to see you.
What's up,
and all the aunties. You got one son of the Queen who looking at jail time for sleeping with little girls and all this other kind of stuff. And then you got another one that the boys, the grandsons, they having issues. And so, again, the family is what it is. And so she was, again, this family doesn't have any power. I hope y'all know that. Yeah, you said there should not be no more monarchy. Well, exactly. But they don't have power. The power belongs to the parliament. And so all that good stuff.
What's up, bro?
What's going on, Antonio? Am I saying that name right?
Yeah. Antoine. That's my brother right there.
Yes, sir. Antoine. I'm sorry. I did know that. All right. So I don't know if y'all really cared to share about the Queen. I knew so.
You know what? Black. I could tell he don't really care. And Devin don't either.
Devin all over here.
Right. She checking her phone.
Yeah. All right. I just want listen. You know, we have to report the news. So that is. But thank you, man, for pointing that out to the people. You didn't tell nobody what they didn't already know. But again, it is what it is. All right, y'all. Boy, I've done really good tonight. We're at the best part of the show, ladies and gentlemen. Lee Black would like to speak with you all for a minute about heavy is the head. I hope that's not a pun.
It really is. It's a play on words. And I was looking in the camera that way about the story about the Queen because as organic as the things would be, right. I'm speaking about the Queen. I felt like this would be, my responsibility because whatever we think about the Queen, she is a beloved figure. Her death means a lot to millions of people. And it just really got me to thinking about the fascination, especially that we as Americans have for the royals, as they're called. And so when you hear that expression, heavy is the head, the latter part of it is that wears the crown. And so here you have a woman that ruled for over 70 years, the longest ruling monarch in human history.
Yes, sir.
The throne when she was 26 years old. Now, I'm not going to sit here and debate whether or not she was good or bad or nothing. That's up to you to decide. The story that we just heard clearly illustrates that she was not beloved by everyone. But it did get me to thinking about why some deaths mean so much to people that you've never met. We have famous people die all the time. And in this case, we have a queen that died. And oh my God, people are up in arms. And particularly Americans are fascinated because for some reason, the royals, it resonates with them and things of that nature. Now, all I invite people to do is to do your own due diligence. When JFK was assassinated, Malcolm X got in trouble because he said a simple statement about the chickens coming home to roost. Now, here we are on a social media platform, and I want to be careful about what I say because I don't want to get in trouble. But I promise you this, I can only speak for me. I've never had any interest in the royal. I was never going to meet her. So, Toria, you mentioned you had an opportunity to meet her. Maybe that's a great thing, and that's fine. If you want to introduce me to somebody, introduce me to Janet Jackman. That's just me. But having said that, and you might not know who Janet Jackman is, but anyway, having said that, my thing is I've never had a real interest in wanting to meet, the royals or anybody for that nature, because I honestly could give two shits about the royals and what they do and who they married. They're just another scandalous family like any other family. Now, I don't want to be disrespectful because a woman lived to be 96 years old and she died. But so I do want to pay homage to the Queen in my last 2 minutes. Now, I'm not talking about Queen Elizabeth. I could give two shits about Queen Elizabeth. Take that how you want. Next Monday, my personal queen, Eloise Young, is going to be 87 years old. Now, that's the queen that I want to honor because my mother was born in 1935. She was brought up in the most disrespectful discrimination South you can think of, Meridian, Mississippi. Lee Black, personally, how we ended up in New York City is the Ku Klux Klan bombed our home when I was 3 years old, and that's what migrated my family to New York. My mother happens to be the meanest woman alive, but she's also the strongest person I know, the most generous, and that woman has lived through more shit than Queen Elizabeth could ever think of. And so on this day, damn that queen, my queen is Eloise Young, and I'm honoring you.
Happy early born day, Mama.
Happy birthday.
Mama
Lady
Black.
Eloise.
Lady Eloise. Yes.
Your daddy name wasn't Marcus, was it?
I don't know that damn fool, so wherever he is.
Ah, damn, boy.
Marcus.
Oh, man.
I told y'all, listen, it took me a long time to be able to tell these jokes like that, but it's okay. All right. Man, it's been a fantastic show, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate all you guys for your comments. Man, I'm glad to see the family. They're looking good and healthy, and they had so much to talk about. But y'all, it's final thoughts time, and guess what? Brittany may let me get all the way through my final thoughts today because I still got time. So, Kenny, give me your final thoughts here, brother.
Well, you know, I got to start with my demerits. Yes, happy birthday, Miss Eloise. I got to start with my demerits. Lee Black, yeah, you get one. You get one. I think, Miss Devin,
she said a hot shoe.
You get the start of the day. I don't think you let that tongue slip with nothing, with no expletive. But anyway, I got Black. It's all good, brother. You know, I get it. It's all good.
How can you give it the marriage you'll never pay?
Right, I know. Exactly. I just want to know who was this Janet Handjack?
No, sir. Mute his mic right now. No, sir. Not
Janet Jack me.
Oh, Janet Jack me. Okay. All right. Well, you know what? I'm gonna move on from that.
You asked.
That's what I get for the asking. Being inquisitive. I want to say this. My final thoughts is, you know, this Kanye West thing. Don't y'all boycott Adidas for this rich guy. He need to get himself together and make sure he's doing the best thing for his kids and quit bullying folks on social media and leaving folks alone. Get himself together. He need to go get some help. Again, this guy's got a bunch of money. I don't feel sorry for him. I feel sorry for him because he's not getting the help he need. And if somebody in his family ain't pulling his coattail and say, look, son, you need to chill out a little bit. Somebody need to pull his coattail and have him chill out a bit. So don't y'all go, my black people, and don't buy them 300 ugly Yeezys either. Shoes ugly. No way y'all spending all that money on them shoes anyway. So anyway, that's my final thoughts.
Yeah, just get you some Crocs. Don't get them old ugly shoes. The Crocs look just as fine. Madam, give me your final thoughts.
I just want to say I'm glad that in 2022 people are held accountable and no one's placed on this high pedestal, and folks don't care what position you are in the world. You gotta be you gotta be doing good to get your props today. And if you're not doing good, they gonna call you out because let's be honest. 50 years ago, no one would ever say anything negative on the Queen, and all over TikTok and Twitter, especially Black Twitter, they are letting her
have it.
Have the business. And although the lady lived to be 96, you know, and I think she was around at a time where some things were acceptable, I do love that people are being held accountable. So maybe the 3 months that what's his face is going to be on the crown, because he ain't going to live that long. He old as shit. Maybe, you know, he can do better during the 3 months that he reigns, and then, you know, and then they can carry forward. But that's all I have to say. And quit letting Kanye and people like that blow these dog whistles and y'all come a running. That ain't got nothing to do with y'all. Y'all got to pay y'all car note. And this man probably burning up cars just because he don't like the color.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna be honest with you. Companies like that, Adidas, Nike, they always got a different brand you wearing anyway. So just like AT&T, you didn't like them. Well, guess what? They own Cricket too. Oops. So you think you're getting away? You ain't getting away. Anyway, all right, Black, let them have it, brother. What you got?
I want to end my final thought with the Bank of America story, and I'm gonna tie this into the Queen as well. Prince Charles, who inherited the throne, his net worth overnight went from $100 million to $600 million.
Wow!
Because in that moment, she has all of the Queen's holdings now belong to him. Why did I bring that up? And what does this have to do with Bank of America? While we're focused on the midterm elections and who gonna do what and this and that, my people, ownership means something. What they're trying to do is far more insidious than put us on welfare. They are trying to, in essence, block us out of the so-called American dream. Damn, who's in office at that highest level, we're not going to eat with them anyway. On a local level, get your funds together. Screw this cryptocurrency, all of those foolishness. Start buying property so that they can't oust you out of your own homes and neighborhoods. And if you want to boycott anybody, boycott Bank of America.
You said that, Doc.
Yeah, you said that.
Smooth too, man. I'm gonna give you a number to somebody to call tonight because you said that, Doc. Okay, I'll just tease. Inside joke. Don't worry about that. Man, I appreciate y'all. Brittany, thank you so much. What you say, Master Prophet? I saw in the spirit that he gone. Oh, okay.
Boy, that Master Prophet be on one, bro.
Listen,
he be on one.
He must use that wig like Dr. Strange uses his cape or something. Like that.
Yeah,
magical in that wig. Anyway, all right. Listen, y'all. I got a question for y'all. I ain't seen y'all in like 14 days, so you know I have to give y'all something good today, right? I have a question. What does it mean to you all the statement, when it rains, it pours? What does that mean?
Oh man, for me, it means, man, if it ain't one thing, it's another. Something ain't going right. Okay. That's what it means to me.
Keep piling on.
Piling on, right? Madam, you got something?
I agree. When it rains, it pours. It just keep coming.
Keep coming, right? All right, well, listen. What if I told you stupidity, when it rains, it pours? Let's take a look for just a second.
What the hell was going on there?
I'm just telling you, stupid people doing stupid stuff, man.
Oh my God.
I just want y'all to know, listen, when you stupid, and I mean when you stupid, you'll run out somewhere where you see a big old bull coming your way, right? Then the people came to rescue you, but they stupid. And then you get on top of the truck, and then you fall back onto the dirt. All y'all some fools.
Yeah.
All I'm saying, listen, if you're gonna be stupid, at least be smart enough to have smart people around you. So all y'all won't make dumb mistakes that's gonna cost you. What you say? This must have been they were all fools, right? So all I'm saying, listen, at least be smart enough. If you're gonna be stupid, don't let your friends be stupid too, because it just ain't gonna work out. Because when you make a stupid decision, well, when it rains, it pours.
Oh man.
Well, all right, y'all. Been a great show, ladies and gentlemen. That's Devin, that's Lee, and that's Kendrick. And we'll see y'all on Monday. Later.
Peace out.